60 seconds.
You mean all these questions are about TV?
Do you hear me, people? I want caffeine now.
I mean, you gotta think about these people. Like, what
Why don't we come up with the all Pong set? Yeah, all 800 questions about Pong.
Good morning. Sorry, I was up a little bit late last night, but I'm here now, and I'm here for you. How many people do we have playing? Did I really need to be here for one player? I mean, one player. Hey. Oh yeah. Hey, I need to know if you want to play a game with 21 questions or a game. Oh boy.
30 seconds.
This is what I was talking about.
Your buzzer is the letter B on your keyboard. That's B as in starlight, star bright.
20 seconds.
Okay, this fire hose should not be filled with pudding.
Ooh, 20 seconds. All right, listen, this is easy as pie. Pie the food, not the number. Question comes on the screen. You think you know the answer, you buzz in. You pick one of the choices on the screen. All right?
10 seconds.
We'll see you later.
9, 8, 7,
Okay, here we go.
5,
Use the desktop.
Psychic
enemies.
1,900 enemies. With enemies like these, you'll never have friends again.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Yeah, welcome to You Don't Know Jack TV, my friend. Just me and you tonight? How nice for us. What do you say you squeeze in nice and close? We'll take the phone off the hook. Maybe I'll even rub your feet later. You're all by yourself today? Don't worry about it. You imagine me right there next to you, mocking you. Okay, let's rock. All right, I need a category.
Question 1 is taped before a live studio audience.
And our special guest tonight, Fire Walk in the Rose Garden with me. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. All right, Twin Peaks fans, listen up. Because the Twin Peaks town sheriff shares the name of a particular U.S. president, which famous presidential quote would be most appropriate as the sheriff's motto? Speak softly and carry a big stick. The buck stops here. We have nothing to fear but fear itself, or I am not a crook. The correct answer is, the sheriff on Twin Peaks is Harry S. Truman, and Harry S. Truman's Oval Office desk held the motto, "The buck stops here." And once we found out who killed Laura Palmer, David Lynch's desk motto could have read, "The viewership stops here." Time to pick a category. We're calling this one, Can You Watch the Real Me? I'm gonna make this one $1,000. Think fast, it's question time. According to what the FCC chairman at the time called TV in 1961, which of these lyrics by The Who best describes TV? The new Constitution, such a supple wrist, only teenage wasteland, or that deaf, dumb, and blind kid? For the curious, here's the right answer. Back in '61, the chairman of the FCC called TV a vast wasteland. But luckily for all of us, it's gotten, homeboys from outer space, much better since then. Category, please.
This is question 3.
This category is known as, I want to be a bald millionaire. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. So everyone wants to be like Mike, right? Well, suppose you want to be like TV's Dr. Mike. What do you aspire to be? A doctor on a cruise ship, a frontier woman doctor, a doctor living in Alaska, or a doctor working in a coroner's office? I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. You want to be like Dr. Michaela Mike Quinn, medicine woman. So for all you guys out there, just don't perform the sex change operation on yourself, okay? Give me a category. Well, I hope you're all rested up, because you're about to take on a Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat question is Metal Mouth in Tinseltown. Now, I'm going to read off the names of 7. I see you got this thing down. I'm just going to put your 30 seconds on the clock, all right? It's showtime. Jan, races or not? Peter. Greg. Cindy. Oliver. Marcia. One more. Bobby. Ain't got no more. All right, so you dropped a couple. I've seen worse. Let's look at your score. Now, come on. Every little bit helps. Throw me a category. Well, what do we have here? Say it again, and I'll kill you. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, help me out here, will ya? I am trying to think of the name of this TV character. It's driving me nuts. It's fill in the blank, so you're gonna have to move your fingers a little bit, okay? What's this woman's name? She's a citizen of Fernwood. She's totally obsessed with waxy yellow buildup. She's got these dumb Raggedy Ann-looking braids. She's always like rubbing her teeth dry with her finger. What is her name? All you had to do was type this. It's Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Thank you. All right, pick a category. Today's specialties include Murphy's Law of Secretaries. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Hey, have you ever noticed that Murphy Brown has some running gags that recur from episode to episode? Yeah, and have you noticed that people are following you? I'm kidding. All right, well, if they added a weekly reference to Murphy Brown having an affair with her secretary, then what would we know about Murphy Brown's sex life? Murphy Brown changes secretaries so often that in the credits, they're listed by numbers rather than names. Of course, number 69 is her favorite. Time to pick a category.
Hi.
Ordered. Don't you? Got him ordered.
Tonight.
Savory.
I love you, question 7.
May I introduce all my carburetors? You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Okay, let's say there's a new daytime soap opera called Day Rider, based on the characters on the show Knight Rider. Since it does not happen in an episode of Knight Rider, which of these melodramatic storylines could be used by the all-new soap opera Day Rider? Michael gets a new face. Nope. Kit's evil twin was named Carr. K-A-R-R. You see, you could tell he was evil because he was always doing 60 in school zones and sleeping with Kit's girlfriend, the moped. Here's the one you didn't pick. Michael never married an evil bombshell. I mean, come on. Women always say that a car is an extension of a man's penis, and who wants a guy with a talking penis? Shut up. All right, I need a category. Let's see what we got going. Keep your fingers out of there. $2,000 for a correct answer. Now let me ask you, when you see wet cement, are you ever tempted to leave a handprint? Okay, then you take a look at this picture and tell me, who most likely left this handprint? The man from Atlantis, Mr. Belvedere, Airwolf, or ISIS? The man from Atlantis has webbed hands and feet. All the better to swim to the depths of the Nielsen's. Category, please. The category is Hamner. I hardly knew her. We're playing for $3,000 this time. Okay, you know how big-time studio execs are always trying to take one hit concept and combine it with another, right? Well, suppose Earl Hamner Jr. is asked to produce a made-for-TV movie based on his real life and the primetime soap opera he created. Which storyline would you most expect to see? Grizzly Adams roams Dallas, John Boy runs the Falcon Crest Winery, Jed Clampett strikes oil in Knots Landing, or the Ingalls clan starts a dynasty. Why didn't you pick this one? The Waltons was based on Earl Hamner Jr.'s real childhood, and then later on, he created the primetime soap opera Falcon Crest.
Good night, John boy.
Good night, you conniving bastard. Throw me a category. I believe this one is called Witchy Woman. 1,000 bucks if you get it. Okay, kids, let's say Tabitha from Bewitched gets a job assisting Vegas performers Siegfried and Roy. While cleaning out a cage, poor Tabitha's face is mauled by one of Siegfried and Roy's tigers. If the medics try to save her witchcraft powers, Tabitha makes magic by wiggling her nose. Of course, if she's living in Vegas, she can probably make a buck or two wiggling something else. That'll do it for round one. What do you say we move on to round two? Now in round two, every question is worth twice as much, so there's going to be some big cash moving around. Let's get to it. All right, pick a category. Coming at you, Perks for Perkins. 4K coming your way for a right answer. Hey, did you ever wonder if people on TV shows get perks from their sponsors? Like, does Bob Hope get to fill up for free at any Texaco? If Jim Fowler, Marlon Perkins' sidekick in the field on Wild Kingdom, received a benefit from the sponsor of Wild Kingdom, what would it most likely be? Vehicles to outrun mauling lions, habitats for the lions that maul him, fur coats made from the lions that maul him, or insurance against being mauled by lions. Here's the one the winners pick. The sponsor of the nature program Wild Kingdom was Mutual of Omaha, an insurance company.
Look out! The lions are coming!
Relax. I've got insurance up the... Yeah! Give me a category. Let's have a big warm welcome for signed Addicted to Television and Dumb. You get it right, you get 2K. Hey kids, it's howdy doody time. If you mistakenly wrote a Dear Abby letter to Abby Bradford, what question would she be best suited to answer? How do I compete in an all-male law? Abby Bradford is the stepmom on 8 is Enough.
Dear Addicted and Dumb, how do you successfully raise 8 children? Booze and lots of it.
All right, I need a category.
15!
Open wide and get ready for TV dinner guests. How does $4,000 grab you? See what you can do with this one. If Chico from Chico and the Man invites you over for dinner, what might you say upon getting a friendly tour of his domicile? Nice gear shift, manual or automatic? Cool junkyard, nice and... Chico lives in an old truck, so, you might compliment his gear shift. And for dinner, well, let's see. We've got some beef jerky in the glove compartment and a couple of corn nuts jammed in the seat cushions. Bon appetit. Category, please.
The kookiest digits you've ever seen. Together they're 14.
This one's called IP Freely. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. All right, what's with the crank phone calls? Somebody keeps calling here wanting to talk to Hugh Jass. My name is Josh Schmitzenstein, not Hugh Jass. Anyway, instead of Prince Albert in a can, imagine a crank caller asks for Frank Pembleton in the box. To where should this call be directed? The police office from Homicide, the jailhouse on the Andy Griffith Show, the stage of That's Incredible, or the Ed Sullivan Theater. Okay, now here's a good answer. Detective Frank Pembleton can be found interrogating suspects in the box on Homicide. So, they better let Frank out because I hear his refrigerator is running. Go! Wait! Oh, darn it! Always mess that up. Time to pick a category. Yeah, chest strut fits dime whore.
It is time for our
Difficult questions.
One gibberish category coming up. Hors d'oeuvres at the pig roast. The opening value of this gibberish question is 10,000 bucks. Now here's the deal. The more time you take, the less cash you get. Okay, take a look at this and tell me with what catchphrase does it rhyme? Grab a slab of chew. Yeah, do it. Start typing. Well, it just goes to show you, it doesn't matter if you have a stupid catchphrase. If you say it loud enough, people will laugh. Throw me a category. Shake hands with make-believe dogs wish to thank the Academy. If you know this one, you're getting 4,000 bucks. You know something? Those network news programs will do just about anything to boost ratings. Say the networks begin hiring cartoon dogs to do the news. Because the award named is an actual trophy for broadcasting excellence, which of these scenarios might occur? The Peabody Award is considered to be the most prestigious in broadcasting, so Mr. Peabody from the Bullwinkle Show might win one. Now, if only they had an award called a Barney. Give me a category. For your viewing pleasure, how about dinner and a game show? I got $2,000 says you don't know this one. All right, you want to know what I think? Blind dates are like game shows. It takes a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck, and you have no idea what you're going home with. Say you're on a blind date and your date starts asking you lots of really personal questions. If the evening follows the format of 20 questions, what will the first question be? Are you bigger than a bread box? Are you worth more than $100? Are you animal, vegetable, or mineral? Or what's your sign? You want to see what the smart money says? The first question asked on 20 questions is always, is it animal, vegetable, or mineral? And here's a little tip for you. If your date does ask you this, you answer animal. And then start licking yourself. They dig it. All right, pick a category. Here we have feeling snappy. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Okay, everybody's heard of the clapper, right? Well, let's pretend they come out with a very similar product called the snapper. And here's the genius. Instead of clapping, you snap. Who would you most likely see rolling over in bed to turn off the lights with the snapper? Larry and Balky from Perfect Strangers, Sam and Al from Quantum Leap, Doogie, Blaine and Antoine are the men on film movie critics, and when they like a movie, they always give it 2 snaps up. The unfortunate thing is that whenever those two watch The Addams Family, the lights go off and on all over the house like a freaking airstrip. All right, I need a category. The category, presenting a final summation. Sit up straight. This one's going to be worth $6,000. Oh, that cagey Matlock. He's feeling left out, what with Dick Clark and Ed McMahon having their own sweepstakes and all. So he's decided to give away his most recent earnings. If Matlock were to hold a sweepstakes with a grand prize equal to the amount he charges for a case, what would your sweepstakes mailing? No, wait, it's true. You have won nothing. Should have picked this one. Matlock always charges $100,000 for a case, and he always wins. And if you don't believe me, you can watch the Matlock channel. Or do you still call it TBS? Time to pick a category. Let's take a look at Happy Days and ways to get gum out of your hair. One right answer and you got $6,000 coming at you. Hey, do you remember on Happy Days how Fonzie was raised by his Grandma Nussbaum? Based on what Grandma Nussbaum called Fonzie, which peanut butter commercial might cause Fonzie's head to jerk toward the TV? Goober ads, Jif ads, Smucker's ads, or Skippy ads? Let me show you what I would have picked. Fonzie's grandma called him Skippy, because you can spread him on just about anything, right, Grandma? Category, please. A little edgy, aren't we? I thought someone switched to decaf. Here, try this clue. So, where do you practice? Unfortunately, your time for practice is over. Yeah, you would have been really dangerous if you knew what the hell was going on. Let's see your final score. There it is. Wow, that was an exciting game. It was a real thrill. You were the best player we've had by far. Now do me a favor, will you? Look to your left, now look to your right, now repeat after me.
You don't know Jack!
Very nice, people. If you ask me, that was worthy of syndication. Okay, get the commercial rolling, and hey, Raul, are we playing again?
Hey there, player. Congratulations on making the high scoreboard. Some people like to call it the high scoreboard. I prefer to call the scoreboard, which is high.